What's up, friends? Thanks so much for tuning in to Tuesdays with Taylor. This week, we're talking about how long it takes to close on a home. That's coming up right after this. Welcome back to Tuesdays with Taylor. I'm Taylor Osasonic, I'm a Colorado native, and now I'm a Colorado real estate agent. This week, we're talking about how long it takes to close on a home. The reality is there's a few factors that are going to determine how long it'll take for you to close on a home, whether you're buying or selling. The first one is the type of loan being used. The length of time it takes to close is going to vary based on whether you or the buyer is paying with cash, a conventional loan, an FHA, or a VA loan. So all of those factors are going to determine how long it takes. Another factor that's going to be big in determining how fast you can close on a home is the financial stability of both the buyer and the seller. If the buyer has great credit or if they're paying cash, it'll most likely speed up the process, where if their financial stability isn't as good, that could make it take a little longer. As for the seller, if they're in a foreclosure or if it's a short sale and it's a bank-owned home, it's going to take a lot longer, whereas if they're not delinquent in their payments or anything like that, it's also going to help speed up the process. Another thing that plays a huge role is the lender. Depending on how good a lender is, they can move deadlines up or back based on the need. So the better your lender, the better ability you will have to close on your schedule. And finally, the thing that has the biggest impact on how long it takes to close on a home is the buyer and seller and what both sides want in the deal. If both sides want to close super fast, you can usually get it done in as little as 2 or 3 weeks if everything lines up correctly. Whereas if you have a buyer who's looking to move out of an apartment in 2 months, they might want to push back closing, or if a seller's having a home built and it won't be ready, same thing, they'll want to push back closing as well. So all of that leads to the final answer. How long does it take to close on a home? Well, in Colorado, the average is right around 30 days, but again, it can be done in as little as 2 weeks, and sometimes it can even be pushed back to 60 or 90 days based on what both sides want. But again, the average is right around 30 days. That'll wrap up this week's edition of Tuesdays with Taylor. If there's any topics you'd like me to discuss in the future, just leave me a note in the comments below and I'll make sure to do a video on it coming up soon. Otherwise, thanks as always for watching, and remember, be good out there. And if you can't be good, be careful.